absolutely.
Yay. Hello.
You're on Candid Camera. No, I'm
It'll scare people more.
Private session. No, I'm good. I'm good. As a matter of fact, after our conversation yesterday, it's very funny because I was in a restaurant like 3 weeks ago, and I just got an email from the waiter that was in that restaurant, and because I gave her my business card, and I said, well, this is what I do for a living. I'm a private chef, and sometimes I need extra help. So I mean, just in case you are wondering if you would need any extra shifts or whatever, please give me let me know, yada yada yada. So this morning she called me and says, so this is what I have. Do you have anything for me? I'm like, sure, I need help this day and that day. So she says, I'm done, and like I kind of hire her, but it's nothing like formal. But she
Sure.
agreed with the price that I was gonna pay her. And she's on board. So at least I have one person. So that's good. And I'm like, oh, David's gonna be so proud of me.
You know what? It is definitely a start. I have picked up people like that before too. Unfortunately, a lot of times they're like in other states, and I've even gone to some of them. I said, any plans you're moving to Texas, like at all? Like, can I convince you? So yeah, there's a few that I've tried to convince, but fortunately they like where they live.
It worked. I didn't know it was going to work, but you never know.
I know, you never know. There's been and it's always fascinating to me too, because for Savor, my culinary medicine company, we put out a lot of job postings last week. I put out a job posting for sous chef, for prep cook, and for admin all at the same time. And I could not believe the number of resumes from like all over the country. And that's probably the only time where I'm like, I'm not going to be responsible for you moving if this doesn't work out. Like if you were already coming here, that's fine. But I'm just always shocked at the amount of resumes we get from all over the country.
I have somebody for you that he is in Houston. He's very good.
Is he moving to Fort Worth?
I was just gonna say that.
I don't know
that's 4 hours.
I don't know exactly where he is. I know he moved. He moved because he had to move, but I can ask him where he is. He's very good, as a matter of fact, and he's a very hard worker.
Asking because I have people in Houston too that could use him if he doesn't plan on moving to Fort Worth. I can certainly help him if he's looking to find a job somewhere.
He's looking for a
with
job
somebody that will treat him well.
Yeah. Because he wants to buy a home, but he cannot buy a home because he doesn't have like history, like credit history and stuff like that. So because his personal chef business is going very slow, he's looking for a job where he can, gain some credit history and stuff. I think that's what the main thing is. But I can tell him to call you.
He needs to grow his personal chef business in Houston. I had 2 former coaching clients that are there. It's a great area.
Yeah. He's very, very good, and he's a very hard worker.
Okay.
Let me ask him.
Yeah, you've got my email. You're welcome. You're welcome to give him my email.
Okay, perfect.
We are.
I do have a question. Since nobody's coming on board, I do have a question. Do you really need because my ServSafe expired like 3 months ago, and I'm really too lazy to go and do it again. Do you really need the ServSafe certificate and the food handlers for a personal chef to work in somebody else's home?
Yeah, you really do, mainly because, and hang on just a minute, Heather, my slides are not advancing, so I may have to go get Dawn. For some reason they won't advance. I'm gonna grab him real quick.
Okay.
Hang on just a minute.
No problem.
Yes. So the reasons why is, number one, it protects you from a liability standpoint, because that's one of the first things that your liability insurance will ask you if there's ever a claim against you. And then the other reason why is that can actually be a selling point as well, that you are ServSafe certified. And if you ever, if a health inspector were to ever ask you about your business, because even though you work in homes, people, they can't ask you about your business. That is the one thing that they will shut you down for. So yeah, absolutely. My slides were advancing and now they're not advancing. So hang on just a second. My slides are not advancing, even though I'm sharing my screen. Okay.
Hey, Janice, we see you. You got your blanket on?
Yes.
Here comes, I knew you'd have your blanket on. So they said that they can see this,
Mhm.
but I can't reach I need to, and I've tried to press here. What am I doing wrong? I'm sure everything.
Oh, I need
We're gonna
volume.
stop share a minute.
Which one? I love it when they do these panels like this. And you can see everybody big.
What's Debbie's email again?
Deb@chefdeb.com. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
This one.
Mhm.
Yes, day 3.
Okay, and then what slide you want?
Just the beginning slide.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. I'm gonna put you in mute for 1 second.
And share screen, that one. Okay. But there they are.
Okay.
I don't know what the heck I did wrong. Thank you. Okay. Did everybody see Heather, can you see the next slide?
I can't see. Oh, yes, you advanced.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back. And Janice, we were talking to Brenda earlier that we think that we scared everybody off by saying that hey, you need to you need to come on a Friday with all your numbers or at least know them. So it's no big deal. For those of you guys that are listening or watching this recording, if you didn't come because you didn't want to share your numbers or you're scared to death of them, you should stop and think to yourself, even more the reason why I should probably know my numbers. Because if they scare you, you should probably know your numbers. Hiding from them is not going to serve you in business. That is one of the reasons why we did this whole presentation. Just to remind you, you should have received the worksheets. If you did not, then again, all you have to do is open up your QR reader or your camera and get them this way. What we are supposed to be doing today, hang on, is a hot seat. So what I want to ask is, because we can do this a couple of different ways, is Brenda or Janice, do either one of you like have your numbers or know your numbers? Can even speak?
Or
Do you have a profit and loss statement at all?
No.
No. Okay. Janice, did you?
No, I don't.
Okay, no problem. What we will do instead of more or less a hot seat is I'll kind of just ask you both some questions. They're just general things that you would know or not know about your business to see if we can kind of dive in there just a little bit. Would that be okay?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to kind of, Brenda, let's kind of start with you and the current business that you have. What are the services that are involved in how do you make money in your business?
I do parties, dinner
Catering?
parties. Yeah,
You do catering and you do dinner.
no catering. I do as a personal chef. I just do like a 10, 15 people dinner parties.
Do you
Like
also,
for people at home?
okay, do you also do personal chef services as well?
I do meal prep. Yes.
Okay, I want to encourage you to always use the word personal chef and not meal prep. Meal
Okay.
prep is people will always assume that you're cheap. Like they will expect the prices of HelloFresh or Blue Apron or Freshly because those are meal prep services. Those companies have spent millions of dollars in marketing that I don't think that you have to teach people. If you do have it, we're going to have a different conversation about something else I want to talk to you about. But they've spent millions of dollars in teaching people the definition of meal prep. The definition of meal prep is what they do. So for $12 a serving. So anytime you use meal prep, you're going to automatically attract the wrong audience.
Okay.
So the other thing that whether you're on this call or you're listening to the call is I want you all to stop saying you are personal chefs. You are not a personal chef. You own a company that provides personal chef services and catering. You are a chef. We have been taught over the years to put that adjective in front of the word chef, and you are simply not that. That is a service you provide. It will elevate you to your ideal client. And anytime you put yourself out there as an elevated business owner, you will also attract the right client. Is this making sense?
Mhm.
So if you have on your website something that says personal chef services and then a drop down, that's got to be changed. You have services. One of them is a personal chef service, and one of them is catering, if that's what you do. Okay.
Okay.
So
Because I don't like when people call me a caterer.
Me neither.
You know, they
Correct.
like, oh, how's your catering business? Are you a caterer? I'm like, I'm not a caterer. Well, I always told them I was a personal chef, but my paperwork says chef Dennis.
okay. Yeah, that's what that's what it says. Correct them. Tell them your company can do catering, but also personal chef services.
Okay.
It's no different when people say, oh, you're a chef. What restaurant do you work for? At that point, my husband just walks away. And I say two things. Why do I have to work for anybody? And two, I don't own a restaurant. And they're like, well, then how are you a chef? I'm like, okay, here's the third thing. There's a whole bunch of chefs out there that never want a restaurant. That's mind blowing. Okay.
Yep.
And they actually make more money than restaurant owners. I know, because I had 3 restaurants. So, okay. So that's first and foremost. Janice,
Yes.
so are you
Writing.
still doing personal chef and catering, or is there anything else that you've added or taken away?
Pretty much that's it. I was been doing a few classes, online classes,
Okay.
for like small groups. So I've done a few
Have
of
you-
those.
And you've been asked to do those?
Like church,
Okay.
like church groups and places like that. The women's little group or whatever. That's who I did it for before. And then I did it for some friends of mine where we were trying to all get together because everybody was like California, Texas, up north, Iowa. And so we all got together on the call and I did a class with them. They were my guinea pigs.
And that's good.
Do you mind me asking how much do you charge per person to do this virtual class?
The last time I did it, because it was the first time was like $15 a person. But they got their
15?
own, they did their own stuff. I know. Bought their own food, because I told them it would be their groceries would end up being less than $20. Because I had priced the groceries. I know you about to let the steam out of your coming out of your ears. Yes, ma'am.
You
And I
know
know it's
what?
low.
Here's the
I
thing.
know it was too low.
But what you need to know is that you get that choice. If
Mhm.
this was something from your heart that you wanted to do, I don't care how much you charge them. Okay. I don't
Mhm.
care, because I think in every business, there needs to be some level of give back. I 100% agree with that. Okay. Because I am truly one of those people that truly believes in order to grow, you have to give what you've been given. Okay. So I do not, under any circumstances, want you to hear that you should not have done that. Okay. I just don't want you to always do that.
Right, well, how much you think I should charge?
50 per screen, plus they go get their own groceries
Yeah,
for
they
a
go get
2
their
to
own groceries.
2.5 hour class.
I kept it under an hour, and it was simple.
Okay,
And I didn't have a screen. I was just me. I
that's
had
fine.
my camera with the lights and everything like that. So. I
That's
don't know.
fine, but they had screens.
Right, right. Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. I see.
They had screens.
Per person.
Chef Bianca is in my coaching program, and she does a lot of what she used to do during COVID, virtual cooking classes for private schools.
Mhm.
And she would do usually up to around 75 people. She would break it up into 2 classes. And then she usually would charge around $40 or so per screen is what she did. And then they had to get their own ingredients.
Right.
I just spoke to a chef the other day. They're doing a corporate one for like Bank of the West, I believe. And she's charging $50 per screen, and it's for 3 appetizers. So
Yeah.
the thing about it is too, and again, I'm not you have to make sure they're lucrative for you and they're worth your time and your money. So just make sure that if at all possible, you track things differently. If you can't, or if you're not doing a pro forma or having your, bookkeeper or CPA or whatever do a pro forma, at least do something that's a little more simple of, well, here was what I made. Here's what I charge. This is how many people. This is how much time. And be honest about how much time it took you to do it. And then this was my grocery cost. So take a look at all of that, divide your cost by everything you brought in to see kind of what your percentage is if you really made money, and then go look at what a lot of people forget is everybody on this call should be billing out based upon about $100 an hour of your time. So if this particular class took you an hour to plan, an hour to shop for, an hour to give, an hour to clean up, that's 4 hours. So if you didn't walk away with $400 after expenses, it wasn't worth your time.
Right. I'm making notes.
That's fine. Yeah, I see you writing it.
And looking at the whole listing there, I know we're gonna go through it, but when we talked the last couple of days, I already know where a couple of my gaps are. And
Good. How much money do you think you're able to recoup?
Oh, based on what I'm doing, you mean how much I lost? Right?
Well,
Is that
okay.
what you're saying?
So now that you're not going to lose it, okay,
Right.
If you lost it, now you can get it back. So how much money are you able to get back now based on what you lost?
I would say a few hundred.
Okay.
'Cause especially like containers
Oh,
and things like that. I was adding them in there like I put costs, because it's containers they can use, they can put in the microwave, whatever, and then they can throw it away if they want, or they can use them again. So those are the kind of containers I had for them. So I would just tack on an extra $12 for that, because that's how much 5 of those cost. But that, and also the staples, that's another one that I had highlighted on here.
Good.
And delivery and travel.
I would think you probably recouped more than a couple of $100.
Yeah,
based on
yeah.
the presentation.
I pretty much, you're right, because I did a baby shower and I had to take the stuff like in my big containers, put them had my husband put them in the car. Those things are heavy.
Yeah, they are.
And all the other stuff that goes along with it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
A few $100.
That's amazing. You know what? It's more than what you had before. That's amazing.
Right,
So
right.
think about even if you recouped, we'll just call it $300. If
Mhm.
you recouped that and you were, think about it this way, and you were doing great before, didn't even know it, and now you found this money. If you take that $300 and, put it back into your website or run a Facebook ad or, something as simple as that, just think about how much more business that's going to bring you now. And you
And-
streamline your operations as a result of
Yeah,
this.
and the other thing is like with that 300 or even whatever that I missed out on, I can use that for, I'm looking at a commercial kitchen with them. So that would take care, the rent. Because the place I'm
Right.
looking at is like $325 a month. So I'm like,
So
look,
what I heard you say is, as a result of this teaching, you
Right.
can now move into a commercial kitchen.
yes, yes.
Ah,
Because I can take that money that I'm losing, and like you said, it'll be more business as well.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly right. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Yeah. It's a shared kitchen, but it's a bigger space.
You know what? All ideas start in garages sometimes, so whatever. No, I mean, that's
Yeah.
how Apple, Microsoft, that's how they all started. If you read the story of like Elon Musk and even Bill Gates,
Mhm.
there's actually pictures of them in their garage with a whiteboard. So
Oh yeah, I seen that.
all businesses start somewhere. So, Brenda, have you been able to find or recover any money or something that you're looking at doing in the future?
You're on
Sweetie,
mute,
I think-
Brenda.
yeah. Okay, sorry. So it's Friday. Come on. The thing is that I don't think I have lost money just because I don't do precise what you do. Or maybe I do, but I can. Let me explain. So when I'm hired by somebody else, so I give them how much I'm going to charge them per person, correct? Plus the cost of groceries. So based on that, and I do charge them for my travel. And if I have to hire somebody else, I do charge them for that person. So that doesn't come out of my pocket. So I don't think I've lost anything. So I don't know if that's considered a good thing or not. I think it's a good thing. It's a great thing. I don't pay myself per se, which I think I need to start paying me a salary. So that's one thing that I'm looking into right now. But I don't think I'm losing anything because even though the gas and everything else, I'm charging it to them.
How are you going to know how much to pay yourself without knowing all your operating costs?
Well, that is the question, the 64,000,000,000 question. Because yeah, I can make $4,000 out of a client. I don't have to pay. I mean, they pay for everything else. So
Great.
I'm putting myself probably at $85 an hour if I have to pay myself by the hour. Well,
Can I get you to consider raising your rate?
Sure, 120.
I'm good with that. That was easy.
Yeah, that was easy. It's like, how am I going to pay myself when I'm,
If you are not paying yourself, this is an expensive hobby. That is all that it is.
Yeah.
So at least as a result of this call, start somewhere. If it is consistently somewhere, don't just pull it as you need it. In other words, maybe
I don't
every
pull
other
any
week.
money. I don't pull anything out of whatever I gain. Everything is in the bank account, and I don't use that money for anything but the business. So I don't
What
pay
the heck are you working? What the heck are you working for then?
for me to save for my future, my retirement, I guess.
Okay, you know what? If you don't need the money to live on, then I'm going to totally suggest that you get with a financial advisor person that will take some regular draws and put that into an account, something like a SEP or whatever. I'm not here to give that type of advice, but sitting it in a bank account is not going to get you where you're looking for. You need to go get with somebody that can put that somewhere that will make you more money to get you ready for retirement.
I've been thinking about that, but it's getting more complicated. You also need to consider between us that my husband is the one who does my accounting, and then he sends it to the accountant. And then the accountant gives him the idea, so don't touch the money, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm like, okay, so am I ever gonna? And I said, I wanna get myself paid. He says, well, you can always pull money out of the account. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. I need to be like, I don't know. It's very confusing. I'm dealing with a Neanderthal. What can I tell you? He's that typical, like, don't move, don't do it, don't go out, don't be careful. Everything is negative. Everything is, so I don't know. I don't have the guts to do it myself. So yeah, that's where I am right now. As you can tell, he's not home, so I can say whatever I want. And you better edit this on before you guys put it on and share it tomorrow after this class. Thank you very much.
Brenda, you know how sometimes you just never know how you as a human being affect people? What I can tell you is what my team and I have been through today, and the fact that you just made me laugh like that gave me a gift that I could never repay you for. So thank you
for my services. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. So I can't battle spouses and significant others. That's just not something I'm equipped for. So I hope that one day that you are able to take a consistent draw of whatever works for you and use it or save it or however it's going to work, because otherwise this becomes an expensive hobby in your life. I will preach this till the end of time. Your life and the one that you want is so much more important than anything else. You build a business that supports your life, not the other way around. So, okay, thank you for that.
I'm glad I gave you a nice weekend today.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
Yes,
I
you are.
what I wanted to do in this class today. If it was not learning how to save money and get myself paid. So yeah. Okay.
But you know what? Here's the other thing that this class did for you is that while you might have checked all these boxes, that you're currently doing everything you need to be doing. What happens is now you know that, so as you grow, you can continue to come back and make sure these boxes are checked. Because as you grow, I don't care who you are, money does have a tendency to leak unless you know the holes that it can leak from.
Yeah.
So awesome. Okay. I see that
we also have Chef Smiley here.
I know that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. Chef Smiley, are we able to see your face, or are you able to ask us a question? Because I would at least like to, because I haven't seen you in the group before. Maybe. Hi.
Hello.
I can't let you see me. Hey,
Hi.
can you see me? I'm here.
We,
Hi.
yeah.
Oh, I got the email yesterday, and so I just jumped on. I signed up.
All right.
Oh, good. Okay.
But
And
this is the thing. How late am I? Because I'm in Alaska.
so you're about 30 minutes late to this call, but
Okay.
you can, they have the recordings though, right?
Yeah, you'll get the recordings at the end for everything. So you could go all the way back through this workshop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
So
That'll
just
work.
come through, stay today, and then come back tomorrow, and you'll have the last two, and then you can back up and get the first two.
Okay, that'll work. So the reason why my camera is off is I'm out, but I'm listening in.
Okay.
I can't really participate the way I want to. So
That-
sorry about that.
That's okay. Throughout all these presentations, I've been giving my email address. And it's just simply deb@chefdeb.com. If you have any questions whatsoever, just reach out to me, okay?
I do need to get with you on the sad note. I do.
A
Aw.
side note.
Oh, a side. Okay. I thought you said a sad
Side
note. I'm
note.
like,
No,
no sad notes today.
side note.
No,
Could you, so you're in Alaska. I don't think we've had anybody in
No,
Alaska.
I love it. I want to go to Alaska so bad. I was watching a documentary on parts of Alaska the other night. I want to go.
It's beautiful. You will love it. You will. I promise you. I've been here
Ah.
27 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the reason we usually have about 12 to 15 people on this call, but this is the third day. And I said, okay, everybody is showing up with numbers tomorrow. I'm going to put somebody in the hot seat. We're going to find all this money. You
Thank
see
you.
what happened.
Thank
So
you.
so nice and
Okay.
kind.
this is what happened. Can you tell us a little bit, what type of business do you have?
I'm just starting back out. I've done it. I've been in the industry kind of like a little over 30 years. I call myself Stop and I
Okay.
wanted to branch and do something else, but people just keep pulling me, hey, we need you to come cook for us. Please come cook for us. Can't nobody cook like you. So, I got pulled out of it. So I just came back and joined USPCA and everybody and things like that. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna come back. So here I am.
One of the things that I want you to work on is a little bit of a mindset shift, is instead of coming back or starting over, you actually never really do that because you begin again with all the stuff you learned the first time. So this is just kind of Chef Smiley 2.0 is all this is.
Okay. I'm gonna take that.
A little bit of a mindset shift. Because I guarantee you were able to start faster and differently this time than you did the last time.
I don't know about that. That's why I need to talk to you.
Well, you email me, we will get on the phone and we will talk more. So I know that you don't have the first 2 days, so some of this will not make sense to you that we're talking about today, but you can easily catch up on those next few days. And for you too, since you're starting back again, it's going to be really valuable for you to always keep these money pits in the back of your mind so that you start right off the bat knowing them, so you don't ever lose money in your business now that you're starting with this next version of your business. One of the things, going back to, you guys were given a worksheet of your plan to plug the money pits for good. You guys should have received this. If you didn't, again, all you have to do is reach out. Brenda did not receive this. Okay. You got your phone with you?
Yes,
Can you hold it up to this?
yes.
Okay.
Well, I
Scan
wanna
it.
do that.
Can-
Scan that
Brenda?
QR code.
What is your email address? And I'll send it to you right now.
I'll write it down.
Putting it.
Okay, because I have the workbook. Is that in the same workbook we had those
Yes.
days?
Yes,
Okay,
That's
work-
what it is.
no worries.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and get it. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
She has the workbook. She didn't realize.
Yeah,
the
that's
worksheet
what
was
it
the
is.
workbook. Yeah.
Okay. You know who Brenda needs to meet? Brenda needs to meet Cherie. That's who
Oh my
Brenda
gosh,
needs to
get them together. That would be so much fun.
meet. None of us would get anything done, but that's okay. That's so awesome.
Yes, I
Oh.
did. You see?
Okay, she's got it.
Yay! Okay.
Yay.
Hey, I just
Okay.
want y'all to know that Chef Sue, who's been here for the first 2 days, she emailed to say she has to miss tonight's call. Apparently she's getting over COVID and she worked all this
Oh.
week and it just kicked her rear. She said, I don't have anything else to give today. So she's gonna watch the recording.
Yeah, Jacob messaged me and said that to tell everyone he said hello. He's our friend that's been in Canada, and he said to make sure and let everybody know that he is sorry he could not be there, but he's super disappointed and wanted to be. So one of the things that I want to make sure that you guys do come back for tomorrow is you guys are going to learn this a little different way. So tomorrow is a bonus day, and tomorrow you're going to hear from these two ladies. Hang on. Can you guys, you guys can see that? Okay. You're going to learn from these two ladies. This is Sandra and Bianca. And I sat down with them during a full strategy day, and with Bianca, I believe it was around $900. With Chef Sandra, it was about $3,000 or something that we found for her. She didn't have to, buy anything. She had to change some of her procedures and different things like that. So it's super important that you show up tomorrow, because you're going to learn from these two ladies, not from me necessarily. And sometimes when you learn the same things from other people, you hear it differently and it sinks in. So a lot more value. I'm going to interview these ladies tomorrow, and then we're going to talk about some next steps after this as well. So even if you're listening to this recording, please come tomorrow. If you're here on the call, please come tomorrow. It's on a Saturday. I get it. You can go have dinner afterwards or whatever it is that you want to do, but come see me tomorrow, wherever you are. So, okay. Chef Smiley, can you come back to see us tomorrow?
Yes, I will be. You just gotta give me the extra.
Oh, you're cutting out. I can't hear you. I don't think any of us can.
No, you're cutting out really bad.
You can enter it in the chat if you can't.
Oh,
Yeah, put it in the chat if you can. Very bottom, kind of the middle of your screen.
Mhm. Oh, I hate it when we can't
So-
hear people.
I know. Hopefully you can come back tomorrow. Hey, Chef Smiley, instead of entering in the chat, or if you're able to come back tomorrow, just give us a thumbs up. If you can't, just give us thumbs down. It might be slow.
I got the thumbs up. I don't know if you can see it.
That's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord. Oh, thank you.
I heard that.
It's okay. That came through loud and clear.
Oh,
We're good
Lord.
with that. Yeah. Okay. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming today. And you guys have a
Okay.
great evening.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Why? You
What?
said 10. You still have 20 more minutes.
What?
You said an hour. Put it in there, Zeb.
Is there something else that you want to know? Something else you want to talk about?
Have a great Friday evening.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye,
Bye
Brenda. Bye, Ted.
Bye.
Bye, Chef Smiley.
Bye.
bye. Bye.